Hi! Wasn't that some really nice footage from the race over the years? Now I will take on a short trip to reveal the new starting point of the ÅF Offshore Race. A race that breaks new waves. Please join me. It is out here in the archipelago outside the village of Sandhamn on the east coast of Sweden. The race around Gotland has started for decades. In fact, the race itself has been raced since 1937. This regatta is one of the big classics in the world, and now the race will yet again break new waves. A new format, a new starting point, and a new name. Let's head towards the start line of the ÅF Offshore Race.
I'm really happy to be part of the introduction of this new, fascinating ÅF Offshore Race. As the Commodore of the Royal Swedish Yacht Club, or KSS as we call it, this is exactly what we are looking for. The Around Gotland race has been a long tradition since the 30s, and we've always had an objective of developing this race. And I think by bringing in the start of the race to Stockholm, making it available to a broader audience, to all the inhabitants of Stockholm, to a broader media, we're going to generate even more interest for the sport of sailing and offshore sailing. But of course, at the end of the day, this is not only about sailing from Stockholm. It's still a matter of being on the high seas and the challenges of offshore racing. I think this is going to be great for Stockholm, for the sailors, and for all the members of the Royal Swedish Yacht Club. Welcome.
Here we can see Kanonsfjärden, a well-known name for every sailor, not only in the Stockholm area, but all over. Right down in front of us we can see the small cottage called Gastholmen, where the Royal Swedish Yacht Club have managed the races. It's been the starting point for several years. This water, I think, will also be an important part just before finishing, before the pit stop in Sandhamn. It's a breathtaking view, don't you think?
KSS's vision is to be the leading provider of the sports of sailing. For this vision to become true, we always need to develop our sport. We want more people, young and old, to have the opportunity to get the feeling of what the sport is really about. For these reasons, we now take the next step together with ÅF and develop Round Gotland Race to ÅF Offshore Race. We welcome all of you to Stockholm and welcome to ÅF Offshore Race.
I think we live in one of the most beautiful places in the world, yet at the same time one of the best places to sail in the world.
This is going to be a perfect annual meeting place for ÅF co-workers, clients and students. Welcome to the ÅF Offshore Race.
Well, now we're soon approaching Oxdjupet. Oxdjupet will probably be the largest challenge for us sailors out on the race to Sandhamn. We will have a lot of spectators here, and you don't need a boat to come here.
We're very happy that we could host the ÅF Offshore Race this summer right in the middle of the city of Stockholm. And I can assure you that it's going to be a beautiful setting just right in the very front of the Royal Palace where all the ships are setting away for the race. We have a long tradition of hosting these kinds of events in the city of Stockholm, so I can assure you that the capital of Scandinavia is going to show it from its best side this summer.
ÅF Offshore Race is a great event for Stockholm, but not only for Stockholm, also for the citizens in Stockholm and for the tourist business. Being the first European Green Capital 2010, Stockholm is well known for its environment, and being a city on water is of course very important to take care of the environment. So having an event like ÅF Offshore Race right in the middle of Stockholm is of course very good for Stockholm, but it's also very good for Stockholmers and not the least for the tourist business in Stockholm.
Here I am in the middle of Stockholm on a fantastic winter day, and this is where the start for the ÅF Offshore Race is going to be this summer. Imagine this fantastic place crowded with a lot of people from the race village over there, and thousands of spectators following the whole fleet out from the middle of Stockholm. Every boat battling like crazy for free wind, and thousands of sailors, thousands of spectators all the way out to Sandhamn. It's going to be fantastic.